fighting with Maddie and David in half an hour, and between now and then we've a little helping of comedy as Roy appeals to the Height Tribunal over a small problem.
They've got small bodies and small minds. They're all small fry and small time. They're the lowest of the low. They refuse to grow, you know, and they like it down there.
At the Old Bailey today, sentence was passed on Andrew Wallace, the 4'8" self-confessed member of the Small Liberation Front. He is to be detained at Her Majesty's pleasure for his part in the attempt to sabotage the tall ships race. He's been committed to Broadmoor's new Tom Thumb Wing, a secure hospital for the insanely small. Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Wallace, how do you feel about the sentence imposed on your son?
Well, naturally, I'm a bit upset.
Did you know he was a member of the Small Liberation Front?
No idea.
But you knew that he was a small, that he'd never grown to a decent, acceptable height.
Yes, he's always been a great disappointment to us. He just never seemed interested in growing.
No, he never tried. Well, we did all we could for him. I bought him the complete set of Biggles books and he wouldn't read them. He kept wanting his Wee Willie Winky, and that's at 14.
And he liked Little Bo Peep and Little Jack Horner.
Anything little. He thought Biggles was above him.
So you weren't really surprised at the way Andrew developed, or rather didn't?
Well, I never thought he'd get mixed up in this small terrorist stuff.
I wouldn't put anything past the little bugger.
Pure Freemason. Your worships, I have come before this tribunal today to appeal for justice. I ask you, do I look like a small? Because of an EEC directive, I've recently been reclassified as a small and forced to live in squalor south of the river. I'm slightly over 5'1". I was not built for a life of servitude. I am not a slave. I am free on Saturday. I am not a slave. I am free. On Saturday, I made up my mind.
I don't know how I'm going to vote at the moment, Lily. I'm hovering between the sycamore and the flowering cherry.
I'm going to vote for a rhododendron bush.
You can't do that, Lily. We've only got permission for a tree. Oh. Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but can I be of any help at all?
I shouldn't think so.
No, of course not. But I'm afraid that the lift doesn't work.
Damnation. I want Roy Pink. He's on the 14th floor, isn't he?
Yes, sir, the 14th.
Oh, God. Look, my car's outside. Keep an eye on it.
Lily, go and keep an eye on the gentleman's car.
Right.
There's a very nice midget on the 8th floor, sir. She hands out glasses of water if you're a bit tough.
I wonder who he is.
I don't know, but you can see he's somebody important. He's got that sort of air of, what do you call it?
Rudeness?
No, lofty disdain. It's good breeding.
I wonder what he wanted with Mr. Pink.
You better not ask too many questions. Curiosity killed the cat.
And that is justice. And those are not my words. Those are the words of Abraham Lincoln. 13thly, Mr. Chairman, I would remind the committee that... Oh, damn. All right. Oh, George, what a surprise. It's very nice to see you, but I didn't think you were coming here again.
Don't think I wanted to come. I had no choice. I mean, what possessed you to send a present to Gordon? And you wrote an inscription in it. Congratulations, your loving uncle.
Well, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? He thinks you're dead.
I didn't put my name.
He's only got one uncle.
Well, you shouldn't have told him I was dead in the first place.
Oh, look, we have been through all that. Oh, we had no choice. Once you got yourself reclassified and shipped off here, the boys have both come to terms with your death. Martin's ring named his rabbit in memory of you. And Gordon was very happy. Not that he was too bothered in the first place. Oh. And then this bombshell falls through my letterbox. Look, George, I didn't... Just one minute. Gordon opened that. Me and Heather were still in bed, so he brought it up. Look who this is from, he said. I mean, what could I say? I had to tell him that someone must have sent it as a practical joke. Well, we saw the funny side of it for a day or two, getting a present from a dead man. Now he's got into his head that you're a zombie. Keeps going round playing The Return of the Living Dead. He's bitten Martin twice. His neck's gone septic.
Well, it's hardly my fault.
And Heather's on tablets. He's playing havoc with her nerves. And yesterday was the last straw. He tried to turn his bed into a coffin.
Well, the boy's just got a vivid imagination.
It was you that set him off. How could you be so stupid as to send him a present?
It was for his coming of height. I knew he would have his party sometime in August. I remembered you booking the room. I thought you might not invite me, but I...
Damn right.
But I wanted to send him a present anyway.
You see this? You just keep it out of my family affairs. We're having nothing more to do with you or any other small.
Look, George, I've got my tribunal the day after tomorrow. Well, from then on, I won't be a small. I'll be able to return to normal life.
Oh, yes? Where's that? Cloud Cuckoo Land? You lost all touch. I mean, look at this. Who else would send a 13-year-old boy a guide to fungus, tail and fin rot in tropical fish? You're in a world of your own.
I've been doing a bit of canvassing, Lily. There's a definite swing towards the Weeping Willow. Oh, hello, sir. Did you find Mr. Pink?
I hope you've been washing my car.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she has. Where's his car, Lily? I thought you said you were watching it.
I was. I watched it disappear up Balaclava Street.
Hello, Carol, darling.
Hello, Harriet.
And how's my little dolly with the lollies?
I'm all right for tubs, but I can't get my hands on any mibbies.
Oh, I know the feeling.
It's bloody hot in here, Howard. Ain't no comfort.
Yeah, and it's not good for our image. 3 freedom fighters going into the closet every week.
I don't know what to do, Doc. It isn't bad for you.
Yeah, all right.
The doctor said it can bring back my moods again.
All right, you're out now. Let's get down to business. First of all, I expect you've all heard that Andrew Wallace got sent down today.
Yeah, poor Andrew. It was a great idea, too, the tall ships race.
No, it was not a great idea. It was a stupid, uncoordinated cock-up. And from now on, we choose our targets properly. Hit Mr. Big where it hurts.
What about Little Hampton?
What about it?
Oh, why don't we blow it up?
What for?
Well, it's a symbol, isn't it? The name, Little Hampton. I mean, it's an offence to smalls everywhere.
And in the case of dwarfs, factually incorrect.
Now, that's the kind of bloody stupid nonsense that got Andrew Wallace arrested. We need something that will galvanise support behind us.
Why don't we just kill a few people? I can get a Thompson gun.
I've told you before, no. Indiscriminate murder is not a vote winner. We're not getting the support we need as it is.
I think our image is all wrong.
What?
Well, the name. The Small Liberation Front. The SLF. You try saying I'm a member of SLUF. SLUF. What we want is one of those synonyms.
Look, if you don't fancy blowing up Little Hampton, how about Biggin Hill?
No!
No, it's not synonym, is it? It's onomatopoeia, where the initials stand for words. You call yourself something that sounds good, like fist, or fight, or strike.
Look, we call ourselves the Small Liberation Front because that's what we are. We stand for the protection and civil rights of small people.
No, it's not onomatopoeia either, is it? Onomatopoeia is when you get, like, the forest ferny floor.
That's alliteration.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think people would like it if we had a better name. That's what we want.
What we want is a bit of discipline here. We should be deciding what we're going to do, what we're going to attack.
I can get a gross of machetes and a bazooka.
Thanks all the same, but not at the moment.
Look, we really want to attack somewhere symbolic. Somewhere where you'd hit Mr. Big, but you wouldn't affect your own people. I say, nuke them all. Let God sort it out.
He's psychotic. Do you know that?
No one calls me psychotic. At least they're all dwarfs. I do not take it from above.
What have you got against dwarfs?
Right, that's it. Shut up.
Don't give me all this crap about a Saatchi and Saatchi-style revolution, or mad schemes to blow up the world, or symbolic gestures where our people don't get hurt. I don't care who gets hurt, as long as we win. And we will win if we hit and run. So shut up and listen to me. I'll tell you where we hit them next. And this is what you do.
You still haven't told me what Roy said yesterday. Not properly, anyway.
Heather, I have been backwards and forwards to that police station trying to find my car. I think that is rather more important than what that little blighter has to say for himself. There's still some bolognese on this.
I don't know why we don't have a dishwasher. Doreen Eckersley had one when they first came out. Did you make him swear that he'd never try and get in touch with Gordon ever again?
Yes, on the Bible.
Because I'm not having another week like this again. I had awful trouble trying to get him to go to Scouts this evening. He said he wouldn't go out in daylight.
Would Martin give you back the garlic?
No. It's his stupidity in sending Gordon a coming-of-height present that I can't get over. Especially under the circumstances.
He seems more concerned with his blessed tribunal than Gordon's welfare.
Your brother is selfish to the core. Will you get that? I'm going upstairs to have one of my tablets.
6084. Yes, this is George Pink speaking. Oh, hello, Sergeant. What is it?
He's driven a stake through Sooty's heart!
Oh, well, don't upset yourself. It's only a prank. They found the car. It's only in flaming Aberdeen.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. I think I'll have to take the train up tomorrow.
No, I meant about Gordon.
Oh, him?
I'm worried about him. It's not just this zombie craze. Every time I look at that giraffe, I fill up.
Do you think it's Euston or King's Cross for Aberdeen?
George, please! This is our son's future we're talking about!
Oh, yes, sorry.
We can't kid ourselves any longer, George. There's something wrong with him. We're going to have to cancel the party.
Well, I've booked the room now. He'll be all right.
He's 4'7". He's been stuck like that since March. He's never going to grow another 5 inches in 3 weeks.
Maybe not.
Of course he's not.
I mean, if he does, it wouldn't be enough nowadays.
What do you mean?
Well, this thing's out of date, isn't it? Still in feet and inches. He's got to be 1 metre 55 now. He should be up to that nodule. I mean, he needs 6 inches, not 5.
In 3 weeks, it's just not fair.
It is a bit of a tall order.
I can't understand it. Martin was okay. He shut up at 12.
If we cancel the party, what do we tell Rodney and Doreen Eckersley?
Don't.
I mean, there's Stephen had his party when he was 11. And Julia's due for hers, and she's not even 10.
I don't want to hear about those children anymore. Doreen's unbearable. She makes me sick with a Stephen this and a Stephen that.
We should have tried the injections, like I said.
The specialist said those were illegal. We're not risking that. Not yet, anyway.
We'll never get the deposit back on the room, you know. It's too short notice.
It's your side of the family he gets it from. Look at your brother. He's a shrimpo. He never had a coming of height.
Oh, yes, he did. It was a bit of a muted affair because he only just scraped through.
Bet he was cheating.
No, he was all right for a while. It was the metric that did for him.
As far as I'm concerned, it wasn't a proper coming of height. He just came and went. I hope and pray Gordon's not going to be the same. George, pass me my tablets.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Heather. I'll get up early tomorrow and have breakfast on the train.
It's been a busy week for the Height Registrar at Budley Salterton. The entire second year of the local comprehensive school made the grade on the same day. Meanwhile, down at charming Rosebud Cottage, old-age pensioner Mrs. Edith Pegg is getting ready for her big day. Edith really excited. She knows that she's been shrinking at a rate of knots for quite a few months now. Not so long ago, the former district nurse was a strapping 5'6" But look at her today. Not long to go now, Edith. Over the last 12 months, those inches have simply slipped away. Now, of course, it's centimetres that Edith's losing, but it's all the same to her. 1 metre 57, 1 metre 56, 1 metre 55, and bingo! This morning she finally dipped under the limit. Whoops! There she goes. Edith can hardly contain her excitement. She's had her bags packed since Wednesday. Yes, sirree, Edith's a game old girl, and she's always ready to try something new. Incidentally, Edith's grandson, Timmy, goes to the local comprehensive school. Yes, you've guessed it. He's one of those lucky youngsters in the second year. So, as Timmy goes up, Grandma comes down. It's out with the old and in with the new. Yes, sirree, it's been quite a week for the Peck family, and quite a few of the clan have turned out to wave goodbye to Grandma. There she goes, off the pastures new.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm sure you all know that this place, being as it is, news travels fast, etc. And it probably will come as no surprise to many of our number when I tell them with great pleasure and no little pride that...
We're going to get a tree.
I wanted to tell them.
Sorry?
We are going to get a tree. See, you spoilt it now.
Well, I don't want a bloody tree.
So you've been saying for weeks on end.
I hate trees, they're dirty things, they attract dogs.
Mr. Chum!
Just a minute, Jenny. Sidney, I rule you out of order. I am listening to no more of your nonsense, dickhead. I did not hear that.
He said dickhead.
All right, Lily. Now, as I say, the tree has come through. And this evening we have to choose from one of the following options. 1, a flowering cherry. 2, a sycamore. And 3, a weeping willow. Now, this is no light matter. So before you decide, I want you to weigh up the pros and cons. Oh, Jenny.
Mr. Chairman, I'm appalled that we're wasting our time on such trivia. At this very moment, Andrew Wallace, the freedom fighter, lies in jail.
What has that got to do with the tree?
A man's life is at stake. It's far more important than a ridiculous tree.
Hardly ridiculous, Jenny. It took months of negotiating to get one.
And birds. Trees attract birds. Birds just sit at branches, then do it on your head.
Lily, strike that off the minute.
Oh, I haven't got that far yet. I'm only up to, dickhead.
お願いです。誰か助けてください。仕事できたのに。まるで悪夢ですよ。こんなところに何週間も閉じ込められちゃって。私たちは何も悪いことはしていません。
あなた、どうしたらここから抜け出られるんですか？この人たちに聞いてくださいよ。私はただ東京に帰りたいだけなのに、どうしていつもお巡りさんに捕まったりするんですか？
これもこんな状態ですから、せめてお医者さんだけでも呼んでいただけませんか？
東京に帰りたい。They seem a bit upset. Do you think there's something we should do?
Jenny, since when did you speak Japanese? That is obviously a vote for the weeping willow.
Hello, Squire. Coming to the meeting? I've got no time for your silly little meetings. I've got quite enough on my plate with my tribunal tomorrow morning.
Ah. Well, if you want my advice...
I don't need your advice. Do you know where there's a decent library?
Friswell Street.
Oh, I've just been there. It's hopeless. Hardly had any books at all.
Oh, well, it's not for reading. It's for little old men to keep warming.
A few tatty magazines and a handful of dog-eared children's stories.
Well, they don't give us any new books.
I wanted the speeches of Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, well, that counts as a new book round here.
Or failing that, the speeches of Demosthenes, or Voltaire, or Winston Churchill. In fact, anything by anyone famous would have done. All they had to offer was Bobby Charlton's bumper book of soccer.
That's a good book, that. I've had it out several times. You'll find the chapter on the long ball from midfield particularly riveting.
You shrimpos make me sick.
Come on, Fred.
Order, please, Jenny. We've got 2 votes for the weeping willow and 2 votes for the sycamore. That's Lily and me. And nobody seems very keen on the flowering cherry. Now, it's a pity that the rest of you don't seem to want to vote either way, because this is deadlock. Howard. Your vote will decide it. All right, Howard.
I abstain.
Oh. Oh. Well, as chairman, I shall have to use my casting vote. And I plump for the Sycamore. Sycamore wins 3-2. I'm sorry, but you have been outvoted.
I don't think they understand you, dear.
You have been outvoted. We get Sycamore. Bye-bye, Weeping Willow. Okie dokie.
もう我慢できないわ。こんなところ、私絶対失敗ですよ。
お金だったら日本にたくさんあります。私はお金持ちなんですから、ここから逃がしてもらえるんだったらいくらでも払います。
Some people are just bad losers.
Well, it's a beautiful morning here in London. North of the river, it's bright and sunny, and the forecast is for a warm afternoon with a high of 22 degrees Celsius. That's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. There's just a suggestion that there might be a thunderstorm in the early evening. Let's hope not. We haven't got a report for south of the river yet, but I don't suppose many of our listeners are too bothered about that, are they? Gloria Honeyford's special guest this afternoon is Declan O'Grady of the Irish Tourist Board. He'll be talking about the alarming decline in tourism to the Irish Republic this summer and his plans to reassure the Americans and Europeans who are staying away in their droves. He claims that reported sightings of the little people in Connemara have been widely exaggerated and that actually they represent no real threat. Gloria will also be asking him about the new measures introduced in the Doyle to fill the glens and hedgerows with traps in an attempt to exterminate the little people once and for all.
Punk.
Sorry.
Punk. Are you Roy Punk?
Roy Pink.
Must be a typing error. Come on, then.
Good morning.
Sit there. Roy Pink, ma'am. Case 87. Claiming reclassification error. Petitioner claims he is over 1 metre 55.
What is his official height?
1 metre 54, ma'am.
Then what's the basis of his claim?
God knows, ma'am.
Anything known?
One previous conviction, ma'am. Possession of obscene and seditious literature.
They weren't my books. I did explain.
What were the books?
Little Women by Louisa M. Alcott.
Doesn't look very promising, does it, Mr. Pink?
Your Worship, when you hear what I have to say, I am sure you will agree that I am not now, nor have I ever been, a small.
Are you 1 metre 55?
Not quite.
The man's a half-wit.
I was never small in feet and inches.
Don't raise your voice to me, young man.
Fellow's barmaid needs a medic. Ought to go and see a shrink.
Well, I suppose we'd better hear what he's got to say for himself. Carry on, Mr. Pink.
Thank you, Your Worship. Your Worships, I have come before this tribunal today to appeal for justice. I ask you, do I look like a small?
Yes. Now sit down and shut up.
But I haven't started yet.
We've heard quite enough, thank you. If you'd like to wait outside while we consider our verdict.
But what about Abraham Lincoln and the new birth of freedom? Voltaire and the right of free speech? Bobby Charlton and the dangers of the offside trap?
The man's obviously small. I don't know why we waste our time with these people.
Well, I've never seen a more obvious mid-Joe. And I've been out east. I've seen things out there that would make your hair stand on end. Whole families of them didn't reach up to my inner thigh.
Well, I suppose we'd better give it the usual 10 minutes. They like to think we're giving their case due consideration.
Yes, fine. Well, I heard a good one at the club the other day. About this little shrimp-haired kiddie. Wanted to be a brain surgeon. Didn't make it, of course. Only grew up to be a gynecologist.
course we have to in. Go, let's get in. Come on.
Fine.
Yeah, of course I bloody will have.
Right, there and there.
I could have gotten a flamethrower and a tanker full of 4-star.
That really would have created a blaze.
Can I kill him now? No, he's one of us. Just get him out of the building. This place is going to go up in a minute.
It'll be that shrimpo pink mum. He set fire to the place and legged it.
Well, call the police. He's a dangerous lunatic. He's already got a record as long as your arm. First it's dirty books, now it's arson. The Midgow's a menace to society.
And in the years to come, this mighty tree will flourish and prosper long after we have gone. And future generations will look at it and say, I know that I shall never see a thing as lovely as a tree. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very good, Fred.
Yes, I thought it went down quite well.
Shame some of the others didn't turn up.
Well, that is their loss.
Pity we couldn't get a sycamore.
I told you, Lily, this was the only one they got in stock. I had to take pot luck.
What kind of tree is it?
Well, nobody seemed to know for sure.
Looks like a dead one to me.
All right, where is he?
Oh.
Don't mess me about, Roy Pink. Murdering little terrorist, where is he?
Oh, he's not here. No, he went out early this morning. I said to Lily, I said he looks as if he's up to no good. He looks like a murdering little terrorist.
I don't remember you saying...
I did, Lily, I did, please. Somebody else was looking for him the other day, too. Nice man, very big. Yes, Roy Pink stole his car. I always said he was a wrong 'un.
Unit 41, go to Burcott Street Nursery. Shrimpo reported hold up in Wendy House. Could be Roy Pink. Investigate.
He's broken it.
Lily, you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. They've got a madman to catch.
Well done. All the records have been destroyed. Any problems? No, not really. It's a stroke of luck them pinning it on Roy Pink. The funny thing is I know him. Right little creep. He'll have run like a rabbit. I wonder where he is now.
Actually, boss, he's in the cupboard.
What?
We had to bring him with us. You're a mad midger. I should have known. I always say about it.
I need time to think.
Can I just ask one thing?
What?
Does anyone know the result of my tribunal? Because it was going very well till you burned the place down.
They've got small bodies and small minds. They're all small fry and small time. They're the lowest of the low. They refuse to grow, you know. They should be not seen and not heard. They're the lowest of the low. They refuse to grow, you know. They're better off with their own sort, talking small talk and having small thoughts. They're the lowest of the low. But if you really want to know, they like it down there.